Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are doing a top 4 from Armani. I'm going to share with you guys 4 products from Giorgio Armani that I absolutely love and highly recommend. 3 of them are complexion products, so I've got a foundation, a concealer, and a powder. I'm sure you could probably guess what they are. And then I have an eye product that is probably one of my favorite in its category. So before we get started, thank you Nordstrom for partnering with me on this video. Nordstrom is one of my favorite places to shop for beauty products, especially my Armani, my Charlotte Tilbury, my Dior, my kind of high-end products. I love Nordstrom. It is one of my favorite retailers to shop, period, because not only do they have a very extensive beauty department, but they also have like the best fashion apparel, shoes, and I mean, I don't think it beats Nordstrom's customer service. It really doesn't. I have always had exceptional service both in store and online when I shop with Nordstrom. And you know, there's a lot to say, especially when we're ordering products, beauty products online so much these days. I want to feel confident that I'm going to have easy, like hassle-free returns. And that is something that's very important to me. And it's one of the reasons that I am proud to support Nordstrom. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay, so the first product is probably no surprise. It's a foundation, and it is probably one of the best-selling foundations I would imagine. I have never heard anyone say anything negative about this foundation. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I'm sure we are all familiar with this foundation, but in case you are not, here's what I love about this foundation. So this foundation is a very lightweight, natural looking foundation on the skin. It looks like skin. It can have a hint of radiance for someone that maybe has more of a normal combo or oily skin type. It is so beautiful, very long wearing. The coverage is just the perfect amount. It's a good medium coverage. It is buildable, meaning that you can add more to get a little bit of coverage, but you're not going to ever get a heavy, cakey look from this product. It is just such a beautiful, beautiful, silky, you know, soft radiance finish foundation. I have it on today. It is one of my kind of go-to foundations when I want natural or soft radiance to the skin and I want it to wear all day long and I don't want to worry about, you know, it getting shiny or oily throughout the day. It is absolutely beautiful. I am shade 5.9, although these shades are pretty flexible. I feel like I've purchased 4.5 and kind of in between, and they all work because they just blend into the skin so beautifully. So the shade range has a bit of flexibility there. Absolutely love this product. I think it works great with a primer, but I think it also works great by itself. Today I applied it over my Elastin Mineral Hydra Tint sunscreen. So I didn't apply primer, I just used that as my primer and it looks, you know, so beautiful. The next is a concealer, and it's the Luminous Silk Concealer. And I can't remember if I purchased it this year or last year. I've been using this product for maybe around a year mark or within the last year. And it is equally as good as the foundation. It's a lightweight concealer. It's natural. It's a good natural to medium coverage. You're not going to get a full heavy coverage from this concealer. So if you are someone with, you know, moderate to less dark circles that you need to cover, this is going to do the trick by itself. If you have deeper, darker circles, you probably are going to want to use a color corrector or something down first to cancel out the darkness and then top it with this. The formula is really nice and lightweight and spreads beautifully. It's not a thicker or heavy pigmented product, so it blends in really easily. I like to use a concealer brush. A sponge is going to work great as well, a beauty sponge, but remember when you use a beauty sponge, it's always going to absorb a little bit of your product. Now, not to say that's a bad thing because I use a beauty sponge for certain products like my full coverage concealers, like heavy coverage concealers, or my full coverage thicker foundations. The beauty sponge is the way to go because it will absorb a little bit of it and keep you from applying too much. I am the shade 5.25. So the next product is the Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder. This is a newer product. I actually picked this up about a month, 2 months ago, and it is a beautiful, beautiful setting powder. So this is what the product looks like. I want to show you guys how it swatches on the hand. So it is, you know, described as having a glow to it, right? Let me show you what it looks like on the finger. Now, I'm showing you on the finger. Obviously, that's a pretty heavy swatch. It's not what it's going to appear like on a brush or on your skin, but you can see how the light reflects that. that. Do you see how the light is reflecting and you're seeing that strong sheen? Now it's not a shimmer. This is not glittery or, you know, frosty, but it definitely has a sheen. So I'm going to show you what it's like on the hand. When you actually apply it on the skin, it is so much softer and it's like this beautiful, like diffused light over the skin. Now this powder is, you could use it to set your foundation, or you can use it at the end of your makeup application all over to set everything and also kind of blend the bronzer and the blush together to soften everything. Almost like applying a soft focus filter on the skin. It is not as radiant as, say, the YSL 3D Glow that I talk about, or the Hourglass strobe powders. It's not as shimmery as those. If anything, I would kind of compare it to the Hourglass setting powders. It's very similar to that. You can get a very, very soft effect with the Glow by using a larger powder brush, like, you know, something like this, larger and fluffy. If you want to get a subtle highlight, like on the tip of the nose, the brows, the, you know, cheekbone, then I would recommend using a smaller, more dense brush, something like this, and packing it on. Now, I will say, remember, it's not going to give you as much of a glow as the 3D Glow from YSL or the Hourglass. It's going to give you much more of a natural looking finish, but still a little bit of brightness and light reflection. I have it on my nose here so you can kind of see what it does. It's very, very natural, which is beautiful. I mean, especially, you know, for more textured skin types, more mature skin, it's so, so beautiful. I even set underneath my eyes today with it, and it is very soft, not frosty. Sometimes, especially under the eyes, you want to be careful with applying something too shimmery or frosty because that will just magnify all the little texture we have under the eyes, and this is not the case with this. It is such a beautiful powder. And the last product is probably my favorite liquid eyeshadow out there. And I discovered this formula a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, from Stephanie Marie. I have Stephanie Marie to thank for the discovery of this product. This is the eye tint from Giorgio Armani. And I'll never forget, we were in Las Vegas and we were shopping at Sephora. It was Stephanie, Risa, and I. And she turned me on to the shade, I think it was like number 9 or something. It was a different color. It looked similar to this. This is shade 11. This is such a beautiful, lightweight, liquid eyeshadow. It dries and sets and does not budge, okay? You can use this underneath eyeshadow, but I really use it by itself. This is what the shade looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's pretty much like the tone of my skin tone, but it has this gorgeous patina, slight copper reflex to it. It's so pretty. It just, it's the most subtle but beautiful shine on the lid. So you can put this on and then pack a shadow on top. Today, I just put this on my eyelid, and then I took a warm brown matte shade and blended it into my crease. So what you see on the lid is this shade alone. You can build it. You can apply it with a finger to sheer it out, or you can go in and pack it on with a brush if you want more of that patina to shine through. It is absolutely stunning. I want to pick it up in other shades. I think it was number 9 that I really loved. It was kind of like a taupe. It was similar, very similar to this, but it had a little more cool undertone to it. Again, this is shade 11, and I love these. Beautiful, beautiful shimmer for mature or textured eyelids. All right, you guys, that wraps up my top 4 from Armani. Do you have a favorite product from Armani? I would actually be very interested to hear that because I have a feeling that the Luminous Silk Foundation is going to overwhelm my comments section. But let us know, what are your favorite products from Armani? When I was at Nordstrom and I was shopping, there were a couple other products that I wanted to pick up, but they were sold out. But one of the primers I wanted to try like this Illuminizer liquid product that they have. So tell me what your favorite products are from Dior, because I definitely want to dive in and explore more and test new products. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. YouTube is going to recommend other videos that you guys might like right here if you want to hop over there and check those out. As always, I appreciate the time you spend with me here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!